Hi everybody, welcome back into the vault. Today we're going to talk about a really cool piece of history that I got. I bought this at a convention a good long while ago. Now, everybody knows the Atari 2600, right? That's the video games, home video games started with the Magnavox Odyssey, and it was basically plug and play games. They had the games built in. It was basically like infinite versions of Pong. So you got like this is the Super Pong 4. It's got Pong, 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 and Pong. But they called them like hockey and highlight and all that stuff. And then Atari 2600, people would insert different cartridges and you get different games. But there was actually a game system before that that utilized cartridges. Sorry, if you already know this, feel free to skip to the next episode. But if you don't already know this, this is something that I learned about from reading some really great video game history books. And I always wanted to get my hands on one, and I finally did. This was maybe about 10 years ago at a Philly Classic Trade Expo or something like that. And it is this monstrosity right here. This is the Fairchild Channel F. Well, with a name like Channel F, I can't imagine how it failed. No, this was actually the first cartridge-based video game system. This came before the Atari 2600, before the VCS, and it was the first ones to use interchangeable cartridges for their games. It is a beast. This thing is not light. There's definitely some metal components in here. It's got some crazy buttons on the top, an AC adapter, which I just dropped, an eject button, and this plastic shield that comes off, and it reveals where the controllers are. These controllers are absurd. They're hardwired, and they're little plunger things that you can twist and turn like joysticks. You go ahead and use your imagination on what you think this looks like. But yes, there's two of them, two built in. It is dangly as all heck. Everything's hardwired to it, the power supply, the connection to the television. But then you had the cartridges themselves, which is these guys right here. These are the cartridges. They're video carts, as they call them. They look a lot like 8-track tapes, really. They're about the same size. They're bright friggin' yellow. They all, I've never seen ones without it. I don't know how well you can see this on the screen. That is what they call Plaque, what a lot of collectors refer to. The glue in the labels starts to bleed through. It was really, really prevalent in Activision Atari 2600 games, and so people started calling it Plaque. It's kind of a funny name. I will use any excuse I can to say the word Plaque. But yeah, they were just numbered cartridges. They didn't really get much in the way of third-party support. In fact, I don't think they had any, because I don't think third parties existed back then, because that didn't happen until Activision on the Atari, which was later. But yeah, there was, I really don't remember how many video carts there were, but they look really cool lined up. The boxes were very, very efficient. They're really only a slight bit larger than the cartridges themselves. But they weren't really great games. That was the biggest drawback. Like, the system itself, it just had kind of okay games. No real crazy, like, oh, these are the must-play games for the Channel F. They don't really exist. They're a lot of arcade clone type of stuff. But still, as a curiosity, like, who wouldn't want one of these things? It's got wood grain all over it. I mean, Jeebus, this thing is a monster. Anyways, that's the Fairchild Channel F. Thank you very much for visiting me. Thanks for coming into the vault and checking this thing out. It's a fun piece of history. If you're into video game collecting, by all means, grab yourself a Channel F. They're a little expensive these days, but they're worth it because they're just such an important piece of history. Be sure to check out all the other great content we have here on the Geekade YouTube channel, and check us out at geekade.com, where we post something new every single day. Again, I am Kris. This is Into the Vault. Keep playing games.